Hello everyone. How are you all? Having fun? All of you were eagerly waiting for this session. Many children were saying we want income tax amendment class. So here it is. The income tax amendment class you are doing, this is for assessment year 25-26. Right? That means that the budget of the year 2024. So, as many amendments as budget 2024 has brought, all those amendments we are going to cover here. And for which courses are these amendments applicable? This is applicable for CA Intermediate, CS Executive, CMA Intermediate, and maybe any other exam. Right? Now for which exams is this applicable? So any exam, which will be from 1st of April 2025 to 31st March 2026. This is applicable for all those exams. So, let us see which exams will come from April 2025 until March 2026. So, the exam will be in May 25, June 25, then September 25, then December 25, January 26. Therefore, this amendment class will be applicable for so many classes. All right. So, shall we begin? Let's begin. Old regime and new regime of taxation is still in effect. Right? Then assessment year 25-26 also has old regime and new regime, old slab rate and new slab rate. By default, you know which slab rate to use in the exam, the new slab rate. Right? So, the new regime will be the default regime. And the change has been brought in this only. The old regime, which you had in that no change in any slab rate is there. Do you remember the slab rate of the old regime? There is no tax on income up to 2.5 lakhs. Then next 2.5 lakhs, that is from 2.5 lakhs, 1 rupees to 5 lakhs. What is the tax rate on that? 5%. Then after that, from 5 lakhs, 1 rupee up to 10 lakhs, 20%, and above that, 30%. This was old slab. In the new slab, what was going on? In the new slab, the government had made the slab of 3 lakhs each. Up to 3 lakhs nil, then on next 3 lakhs 5%, then on next 3 lakhs 10%. It was going on like that. But here there is a small change. What is the change? Let's see. Up to first 3 lakhs is nil. But then next is not 3 lakhs, it's 4 lakhs. From 3 lakh 1 rupee up to 7 lakh rupees, the government has applied 5%. Right? Now see, what does the government do? In every budget, it tries to give some benefit to the taxpayer. Right? That some tax liability will reduce of the taxpayer. Why should it reduce? Because inflation is coming, right? So then, how will the government propose to compensate for inflation? They will take slightly less taxes from you. Right? So this is what the government did. From 1 lakh rupees, this slab has been changed. You know, when this type of small change comes, right, then I randomly think, why is the government doing it? For children, it is only a problem. Okay, and the taxpayer is not feeling any difference. Tell me one thing, how much is 5% of 1 lakh rupees? 5,000 rupees. If my 5,000 rupees of tax becomes less, then will we start dancing and jumping? What difference will it make? So the taxpayer also does not feel much difference from this. And then for students and for tax consultants, for all of them, a difficulty has arisen. Lot of new changes arrive and you need to keep them in mind, right? You students will have to remember that for the first 3 lakhs, it is nil. So for the first 3 lakhs, it is nil. From 3 lakh 1 rupees to 7 lakhs, it's 5%. From 7 lakh 1 rupees up to 10 lakhs, it's 10%. So this is also a slab of 3 lakh only. See this difference from 7 lakhs to 10 lakhs. That's here the change came. This became 7 lakhs from 3 lakhs. And then from 10, then again 3 lakh rupees slab is not created. Here 1 lakh that has increased where it is compensating here. So how should you remember? From 10 to 12, only 2 lakh rupees slab is here. So let's try to remember. First 3 lakhs. 3 lakh 1 to 7 lakhs, then 7 to 10 lakhs, but then it's 10 to 12. Okay. Then 12 to 15, it was same as before. Even before, from 12 to 15, it was 20% only. So that remained the same, and above 15, it's 30%. So here, see, no changes there. The change that has come is only and only in how much? The change is only this much. Here is the change. Will there be any problem? We'll also do some numerical. Not just few, but as many amendments as there are, we'll do numerical on all. So that we get confidence that we have understood the amendment theoretically as well as practically. Okay, after doing these amendments, are you watching the assessment year 24-25 classes? Then are you 100% updated for the exam? The answer is yes. You are 100% updated. If you are able to do this amendment, then you understand that now, even if you have done the classes of 2024-25, so that means you have complete update of assessment year 25-26. and you are ready with assessment year 25-26 also. Right? So as many amendments are there, we are doing all those amendments. Okay, the tax rate of the domestic company is 25% only. So where is the change? The change is here. The rate of 25% which is being applied to domestic company. One is that the rate applied is low. It seems to be a beneficial tax rate, the rate of 15%. That is the different case. Keep that discussion separate, alright? Besides that, what is the normal rate that applies? It is 25% and 30%. Turnover of the company which is above 400 crore rupees, the rate is 30%. And for those with turnover below that, meaning up to 400 crore rupees turnover, what is the tax rate for those companies? It is 25%. I am just telling you what the change is. Always the turnover of the previous 2 years is considered. So we are talking about assessment year 25-26. That is, which previous year are we talking about? We are talking about previous year 24-25. Okay, many students may also be there who are watching amendment class. I mean, they are watching the amendment class before learning income tax, who have zero knowledge of income tax right now, no knowledge at all. Right? So if they are watching the amendment class, then it is quite possible that they feel that the things are slowly getting understood. Why is that? Sir seems to teach a little fast. But it is not so. You know why is it? Because I am teaching amendments, I am teaching changes. So obviously, whom am I teaching these changes? To those who have studied income tax. Right? So those who have never in their life ever heard of income tax, so they might feel like this. Right? So you still don't have to worry. Even if after doing the amendment, if you are going to do income tax, so then also it is not a matter of worry. Your mind will at least settle on this, that where there are changes. So when you will be doing the classes, even if you are doing the classes of assessment year 24-25, even then you will not have to worry. You will remember that here are the changes and I have already studied this. Okay? And once your course will completely be finished, then you can do the amendment again. That means what I would suggest is that those who are new for income tax, they can start with the amendment so that they know what is the latest thing. Then they can do the whole course. And after that, once again do the amendment. And those who have already done the classes of assessment year 24-25, they are already doing the amendment very perfectly. Okay? In the previous year 24-25, what tax rate will apply to a domestic company? This depends on what that company's turnover was 2 years ago. Right? Which one will come 2 years ago from this previous year 22-23? So in this previous year, we need to check what was the turnover. If that is more than 400 crores, then the tax rate is 30%. Otherwise, what is the tax rate? 25%. The previous year. I mean, so when we were studying the previous year 23-24. Okay, so in that which previous year we were looking at? We were looking at the turnover of the previous year 21-22. Alright. And once what happened was a student asked me that what is the logic behind this? Why is the government holding on to this 2-year-old matter? So if you want to see the turnover, then will the government see the turnover of the current year? And tell the tax rate based on that. What is the point of looking at the turnover from 2 years ago? Well, understand this as an old practice. Alright, and that practice is being followed without applying the mind. The tradition is being followed. Government is not even thinking that there's no logic behind it. It is a practice that's been going on and is being continued. And you know who brought this tradition? Honorable Shri Arun Jaitley. Shri Arun Jaitley has passed away. Now Honorable Miss Nirmala Sitharaman is there and she is also following this tradition. Do you know what this tradition was? Do you know when Modi ji's government came to power? For the first time, ab ki baar Modi Sarkar, in 2014. And you know when in this 2014, BJP government came into power. So it came with a full majority. In fact, in the Lok Sabha, this many seats has not been won by any political party until now, no matter which party wins the election. The reason behind this was that Modi ji has made so many promises. Now, I'll not go behind those promises that you hear in the news, in the media, 15 lakh rupees will be given in everyone's account. I will not discuss all those things, but I will discuss one thing related to this taxation. What Modi ji had said, he had promised the companies and the corporates that they should motivate their laborers, their employees, and everyone else to support him and shout Modi, Modi, Modi. Right? And we will reduce your tax rate. And very large companies were saying that they will reduce our taxes. So let's do one thing. We will influence our workers. And we will also tell the employees, etc. about Modi ji. Meaning what he meant to say was that whatever. I am telling the points that I want to convey and what I want to do for the country. Those people to whom my words are not reaching, may they reach through you. Like many people work here, so what is Modi ji saying to us? Although I did not speak with Modi ji. So what will he say to us? He will say that, you do one thing, that forward my words to all of your employees here, and obviously will give you tax benefits. So Modi ji's government came into power in 2014. Okay, at that time, what was the tax rate on companies in our country? At that time, it was 30%. All companies were subject to a tax of 30%. So Modi ji had said they would reduce it. In 2014, the BJP government came into power. So did the tax rate decreased in the budget of 2014? But it did not happen. Everything is finished. The government has come. Now what? All right. 2025's budget came. Sorry, after 2014, 2015's budget came. Now the companies were thinking, well, no problem. They could not do it the last time. No worries. This time it will happen. Okay. Did the government do anything in the budget of 2015? Nothing was done. Now tell pressure will be building or not? Yes. Now corporate world will start putting pressure on the government. What drama is going on? We've been sitting and watching for 2 years. Corporate tax rate has not been reduced till now. It's been stuck at 30%. So then, what did Arun Jaitley ji do in the budget of 2016? He said, 2016 budget, that is previous year 16-17. He said that, all right, we will reduce the tax rate. We will take 29% and not 30%. So look what a fun thing has happened, right? The tax has been reduced by 1%. The government reduced the tax by 1 whole percent. And what was included in it? When did I make the promise? For 2014, right? So look, we are inserting 2014 here. In 2014-15, whose turnover was up to 400 crore rupees. For them, it is 29% this year. So for no reason, meaning if you are reducing tax rate of 16-17, then do it on turnover of 16-17, but since promise was of 2014, so they are keeping the promise. Therefore, the turnover of 2014 was included. And after that, the practice started. This is a 2-year-old turnover. So every year, the practice started that we will look on the basis of 2-year-old turnover. However, we leave all this aside. My objective is not only to teach you tax. I also want to tell you what is happening in the market. You may hear many things in the market and people start to feel that this is right. Okay? One line that you always hear. See to any political party, first of all, neither say that I am supporting them. And nor am I against anyone. Political issue is simply not my motive. I have to explain the tax to you. But so that incorrect information does not reach you, therefore again and again I take this disclaimer. I always hear one line in the media and you also must be hearing it. This government is not of the middle class, it is of Ambani Adani. Okay? And I have seen many videos on the YouTube which tells this that the government has reduced the corporate tax rate and the individual tax rate has been increasing. Today the individual is giving tax at 30% rate. They mean to say obviously the higher slab is 30% and on companies 25% of tax is being levied. You also must have heard such things. Corporate tax rate is low because this government is of Ambani and Adani. First, let me tell you their turnover is not 400 crores. Their profit is of 40,000 crore rupees. These are not just 400 crore rupees companies. Okay, so at what rate are they paying tax? They are paying tax at the rate of 30%. So wrong information does not reach you, therefore I alert you. So those large companies which are of our country, they are still paying tax at the rate of 30%. You know that 99% of our country's companies. Turnover is how much? Less than 400 crores. And these Ambani, Adani, Birla, their turnover is more than 400 crore and such companies in our country are just 1%. And those 1% companies are still paying 30% of tax rate. Is this clear to all of you? Come, now after this amendment we come to the foreign company. Here the change has happened. Earlier, what was the tax rate for a foreign company? It was 40% and now the government has reduced it to 35%. So, is this one such step by which the government can motivate the foreign companies to do businesses in India? Then the answer is yes. Right? Is foreign company when they work in India? Then the foreign companies only pay the taxes? No. You think, is that foreign company generating employment in our country? Yes. If they are generating employment in our country, then are they paying salaries to those people? Yes. So is the money only coming from taxes? No. The salaries that they are paying to employees, that money is also coming into our country. Right? The second important point, when a foreign company, let's say, starts working in India. Okay? And if any foreign company starts doing the manufacturing in other countries from India and starts selling the goods from India to other countries, so you imagine that the company is selling goods from other country means. So let us suppose a US company established a manufacturing unit in India and start selling goods in China. So is the tax also being received by our country on the revenue that is coming from China or not? Obviously, our country is receiving it. Right? So, therefore, the government has kept the tax rate on foreign companies 35%. So keep this in mind. Previously, it was 40%. It is 35%. Now coming to rebate 87A. You already know rebate. And the rebate is same today as it was before. You will say, sir, then why are you mentioning the rebate in the amendment? Something is there. When you will listen with great attention, only then will you understand this matter. This rebate is completely as it is. Let us first read what rebate is. A resident individual having total income up to 5 lakhs shall be eligible for a rebate of 12,500. In which slab is this rebate in? It is old slab rebate. Okay? In old slab on an income of 5 lakhs, 12,500 rupees of tax is justified. And that full 12,500 rupees rebate is received and tax becomes nil. In old slab on income up to 5 lakhs, effectively there is no tax. Is this point clear to you or not? How much will it be from 0 to 2.5 lakhs? Nil. Okay. On income from 2.5 lakh to 5 lakhs at the rate of 5%. 5% of 2.5 lakhs is 12,500 rupees. Tax of 12,500 rupees has come. How much will be rebate out of it? 12,500. Tax will become nil. I am talking about the old slab. So even today it is the same. Okay. Restricted to the amount of tax payable by him. If tax payable is less than 12,500, then obviously rebate will also be reduced. Now coming to, if resident individual is in 115 BAC, meaning he is paying tax according to the new slab. So what will happen? That is also the same thing that was there before. On income up to 7 lakh rupees, a rebate of 25 lakh rupees will be given. No, of 25,000 will be given. Previously, it was 7 lakh rupees previously. Okay, we are talking about the assessment year. In 24-25, according to the new slab, how much was the tax? 0 to 3 lakhs. Nil. Between 3 lakh rupees and 7 lakh rupees, how much income came? Sorry, from 3 to 6 lakhs. So earlier. Previously, what was there in assessment year 24-25? 3 lakh rupees slab was made. It was 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs at the rate of 5%. So how much is 5% of 3 lakhs? 15,000 rupees. Okay. So from 6 lakhs to 7 lakhs on 1 lakh rupees, 10% will come. 10% of 1 lakh rupees is equal to 10,000 rupees. How much is says 25,000 rupees? Earlier, how much was rebate? What was the rebate amount earlier? 25,000 rupees. Income used to become nil. This means, did you understand whether it is the old slab or the new slab? Okay. So, do you know that because of the rebate, up to income of a threshold amount, it became tax-free. In the old slab, there is no tax on income up to 5 lakh rupees, right? And in the new slab, there was no tax on income up to 7 lakh rupees. Now, according to the current slab, how much tax will be levied on an income up to 7 lakh rupees? Okay, tell me now. Assessment year 25-26. 0 to 3 lakhs, this will become nil. And just now I told you that from 3 lakhs, now a slab of 7 lakhs has been created. From 3 lakhs to 7 lakhs. On this, if we apply at the rate of 5%, then how much will it become? 5% of 4 lakhs. 20,000. Okay? Above 7 lakh rupees, there is no rebate. So when the tax is 20,000 rupees, why is the government writing that a rebate of up to 25,000 rupees can be given? Restricted to the amount of tax payable. But never will anyone's tax amount go above 20,000 rupees. So the government should have directly written that there is a rebate up to 20,000 rupees and if the tax is also less than 20,000 rupees because it can be less. But can on the income of 7 lakhs tax can be formed above it? The answer is yes. Why are you thinking that all income will be normal income? Why will all income be only normal income? It is quite possible that the income which is there, is the income which is taxable at special rate of income. Explaining with an example. Let's see. Suppose the salary is 3,75,000 rupees. Okay. And short-term capital gain income is Under section 111A, which capital asset was transferred? That's why it happened. Okay, transfer after 23/7/24. Right now you all are not understanding this, I know. All you understand now is short-term capital gain. The salary income is 3,75,000 rupees. You will get 75,000 rupees of standard deduction from it. In the new slab, now standard deduction is 75,000 rupees. Note down this point. From the salary, the amendment came, that standard deduction. In the old slab, it will remain the same 50,000 rupees. In the new slab, the standard deduction has become 75,000 rupees. Okay, write this point too. Write down the salary amendment. In salary, the standard deduction. If it's old slab, it's 50,000 rupees. And if it's new slab, then it's up to 75,000. Okay. Look, so salary income here becomes 3 lakh rupees. And short-term capital gain, let's say, is 4 lakh rupees. So my total income became 7 lakh rupees. Now, let's apply tax. An income of first 3 lakh rupees becomes nil. So on this 3 lakh rupees, no tax will be levied. Now this short-term capital gain, which is 4 lakh rupees, this is special rate income. And after 23 July, the tax rate on this has become 20% instead of 15%. You would have read short-term capital gain 15%. Do not make a note right now because we will do the amendment of capital gain now. All right. So you will observe that most of the amendments are also there in capital gains, right? So on this, there is tax rate of 20%. So how much will the tax on 4 lakh rupees become at the rate of 20%? This will be 20% of 4 lakh will become 80,000 rupees. Now tell me, will we get the rebate of 25,000 rupees from here or not? Yes, we will get the rebate of 25,000. Is everyone understanding what was the use of rebate? Why is the government saying 25,000? If you will see according to the normal income, if we will look at all the taxable income under the slab rate, then even on an income up to 7 lakhs, only tax of 20,000 will come. So you will think, what is the use of the 25,000 rupees rebate? Therefore, I explained this amendment. This will make you think that a change must have happened here also, because if I didn't explain amendment in rebate, so you would think that an amendment must have happened here too. Right? Because now the rebate would have become 20,000. No, the rebate of 25,000 is still there today. Okay. So this is clear. Okay. Now one more thing. Do you know this thing or not? That in the old slab, if the income is even 1 rupee more than 5 lakh rupees, then rebate is not received. Okay. If here the income is slightly more than 7 lakh rupees, so you did not get the rebate, meaning that the rebate is slightly received in the form of relief. Okay, I will show you how it is obtained. Like, calculate the tax on 7,10,000, 7.10 lakh. So how much tax will be generated from 0 to 3 lakhs? Nil. All right. Then how much tax will be generated from 3 lakhs to 7 lakhs? If it is at the rate of 5%. So 5% of 4 lakhs will be 20,000. Okay. And from 7 lakh to 7.1 lakh, that is 10% of 10,000. How much will it be? 1,000. Means how much will the total tax be? 21,000 rupees. Will we get a rebate here? The answer is no. Rebate is not available. Rebate is available only on income up to 7 lakh rupees. Okay. But the government says that even above 7 lakh rupees, we will give it. How will they give it? Let's understand. It's written having total income exceeding 7 lakhs and the income tax payable on such total income exceeds the amount by which total income is in excess of 7 lakhs. If the total income is more than 7 lakhs, so income is exceeding by how much? 10,000 rupees. Okay. If the income were up to 7 lakh rupees, then how much tax would apply? None. Nothing at all. It is nil. On 7 lakh rupees, no tax applies. Okay. But because it became 7,10,000, how much did my tax become? 21,000 rupees. So upon earning a rebate of 10,000 rupees, how much did my tax become? 21,000 rupees. Yes or no? There's no tax on 7 lakhs. And how much is on 7,10,000? 21,000 rupees. So does it not seem unfair to you? Means if I earn 7 lakh rupees and someone gives me 10,000 rupees, so will we take it? We will say, keep it, because if you give 10,000 rupees, then how much will we have to give to the government? 21,000. Is everything clear to everyone? So this is very wrong. This is injustice. Yes or no? So Modi ji says, no, we will not do that. On the income above 7 lakh rupees, whatever the income is, above 7 lakhs, on that tax cannot be more than income. See how nice he is. He is saying you've earned 10,000 above 7 lakh rupees, right? So we'll not take more than 10,000 as tax. You give us all 10,000. On 7 lakh rupees, you didn't have to give anything. Now you've earned 7 lakh 10,000. Your tax is becoming 21,000. Okay, leave, don't give us 21,000. 10,000 is increased, right? You give us all 10,000. Although this is also a matter of injustice. Children write this to me. And I keep telling the children that please do not comment on this. Okay? Otherwise, right. I cannot give the justice. Okay? Either give me your vote or make me the PM. And if not, then let what is happening in the country continue. Okay? So, here I will get rebate of how many rupees? Of 11,000 rupees. So that tax is only 10,000. Okay. Now you need its formula. Now all this shouldn't have been taught. This wasn't any amendment. You already know all this. Rebate is equal to increase in the tax minus increase in income. All right. How much tax increased? Tax became 21,000 rupees while earlier tax was 0 on 7 lakh rupees. Okay. How much income increased? It became 7 lakh 10,000. Earlier, how much was it? 7 lakh rupees. Means on how much the tax was 0. And on how much the tax of 21,000 formed, you calculate the difference like this. So tax increased by 21,000 while income increased by 10,000. Government is saying take 11,000 rupees exemption. See how big favor they are doing. So basically they are saying whatever money you have earned above 7 lakhs, give it all to us. Okay. Now it is not like this that if we earn 50 lakh rupees, then we will give 43 lakh rupees to the government, because this problem only comes for a little while. Now if your income is 9 or 10 lakh rupees, then it will not happen that the tax will be more than the income. Calculate it. Where it is happening that the tax is increasing more than income, then it's a problem, otherwise not. Okay? The rest I have done many questions on this in the normal class. You can see there. The changes were not all this. The changes were that there is no changes at all. Okay? You do not consider 25,000 as wrong. That's why its justification is given. Okay? Today also it is the same. Earlier also it was this much. Why? This I explained that because of the special rate income, tax can be more, right? So there also you are getting a 25,000 rupees rebate. Come. There is one illustration. If the income is 8,30,000 rupees, then calculate the tax liability. Just so that you get to practice it, get an idea. If he opts out from 115 BAC, opting out means that he has come out, he has gone into the old regime. Students, tell me, today, what is the default regime? The new regime is the default regime. Okay, right? By default, you are in the new regime. If you opt, then you will go into the old regime. Okay? So, do you know how many people are there in the old regime today? Assessment year 23-24. Assessment year 24-25. In assessment year 23-24, almost 75% people were there in new slab. And in assessment year 24-25, more than 90% people were in the new slab. Now you are studying assessment year 25-26. God knows it is possible that 100% people may come under new slab. Nothing will left in old slab. And in the following year, I have a firm hope that the old slab will be stopped. What is the need? When people are not in that slab, then why would the government run that slab? Yes. So old slab. You have to opt if you have opted for the old slab. Then how will tax be made for 8,30,000 rupees? See, first 2.5 lakhs is nil, next 2.5 lakh is 5%. Then after that, up to the next 5 lakhs is 20%. So from 5 lakh 1 to 8,30,000, it's 20%. So the tax of 66,000 rupees was made, then 4% of cess was applied. And if you want to calculate in the new slab, then also it is very easy. First 3 lakhs is nil. Then from 3 lakhs to 7 lakhs, 5% of 4 lakhs, 20,000. And from 7 lakhs to 8 lakhs, 30,000. On income of 1,30,000, it's 10%. So 13,000. Any problem to anyone? Is it perfect? From 7 lakhs up to what 10% is applied, it applies from 7 lakhs to 10 lakhs, and from 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs, it is 20%. So this 20% slab is only for 2 lakh rupees income, from 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs. And from 12 lakh rupees to 15 lakh rupees. How much will it be? The slab above that is constant, which is 20%, and then above 15 lakhs, it is 30%. I had asked a question about calculating the tax for a foreign company. There is nothing else to do. The tax rate is 35%. So on this income, we directly applied the tax rate of 35%. Surcharge you already know. Okay, that depending upon the income, how much is the surcharge. Current income being shown on it, the surcharge rate is according to 5%. So 5% surcharge has also been applied. Alright. So this was the changes related to the chapter of very basic concepts. Right, so this we have covered today. After this, we will do the capital gain chapter related amendments in the next class. And you understand that the biggest amendment changes are in this only. Okay, so students, for the next class, be completely prepared. Okay, before that, once again, revise this amendment. See you in the next class.